Drop another, drop it low in the fire. Roll in the cold. I got the shit you play for the mama. I got the shit you play for the hoes. I got the shit you can sell to the trapper. It was really well, the cone. Honestly, rappers. Nah, I'm gonna say this. I'm not paid, bro. A lot of money, but you plates. Come on now, stop playing with the boy. Stop playing with the boy! You are now tuned in to JB and the Fam official plug channel.
Had to change it up, I had to show them I was with it. I'm a youngin', not them changing. I'm just thankful that I did it. They done locked me in the cell and tried to hold me from the riches, yeah. Tried to hold me from the riches. See my time to go, see my time to fly. Yeah, they call me youngin', I just wonder why. Bitches wanna fuckin', I just wonder why. See my time be coming.
The man, the myth, the legend. JID! Talk to us, man. Talk to us, man.
JID is one of the most interesting rappers in all of hip-hop. Despite his faster rapping style, he does it in such a way to where it's actually enjoyable. And considering JID is having a career resurgence and hitting new peaks that he hadn't hit before, I wanted to take a look at the story of JID.
Let me say something. Let me say something to get this through everybody's head, okay? I'm so sick and tired of people saying this person's underrated, this person underrated, this person underrated. Stop that. Stop, okay? It's cap. Let me tell y'all what the human brain does in 2022. The human brain says that JID is underrated. Big Sean is underrated. Ab Soul, Daylight, underrated. You know why? Joyner Lucas, underrated. The list goes on and on with these people, right? Kenny Mason, you know, them, right? Earth Gang. There's so many we can name. The only reason they say they are underrated is because they can't comprehend what they're saying. They're going too fast. So in 2022, whenever y'all hear somebody say, oh yeah, they're so good, but they're too underrated, just know that they are really great. Like really great. Just know that whenever y'all hear somebody talk about, you know, like those type of artists, just remember that.
Push the fucking pack off of the porch or break a pound down.
The story for JID starts in East Atlanta. Before his music career, JID would spend his time playing good old American football. And he was pretty good at it, considering he received a D1 scholarship at Hampton University. And it was at that university that he would meet the rap duo Earth Gang in 2010. Eventually, they'd all get kicked out of school, causing all of them to have to focus on music and get better at rapping.
For sure, bro, cause stealing that shit.
There they go.
Started our whole Village shit. Like me and JID, we did it together.
Look,
and a couple of other homies, like we was a squad of us, and after that we got kicked out of Hampton. We ended up living together because our parents put us out. We was all disgraced and shit. And he came back.
Senior year. Put all that work in.
After some years outside of school, Earth Gang and JID would eventually get signed to J. Cole's Dreamville. And with the J. Cole cosign, JID would release his debut album, The Never Story.
I got my head right in his blessing. Yeah, the rap game like
this album went against everything that was the Atlanta sound in the 2010s. It was an album that mainly focused on lyricism and flows rather than the usual club hits that were popping in Atlanta during the 2010s. In other words, instead of taking inspiration from a Migos type of rapper, JID would show that his style was based around more of the Kendrick Lamar type. Especially on a song like Never, you can really hear the Kendrick Lamar influence throughout the track.
same stuff, but I haven't came up. This really ain't nothing.
And the beat switch is awesome.
I love JID, though.
Honestly, in my opinion, I think the second part of the song is way better than the first one, to be honest with you. Oh, and also, if you're gonna check out the album, you should check out Ed and Eddie.
Me and my two niggas be like Ed and Eddie.
That's another song that definitely deserves more attention than it gets.
That was probably
Although
about
the album
them,
wouldn't make any crazy noise or have any impact on the mainstream level, the critical reception for the album was great. But going into 2018, JID would take his fame to a whole new level. JID would work with artists all the way from Denzel Curry to Mac Miller, essentially leaving a mark all over the rap scene. But he really became the breakout star of 2018 once XXL dropped their freshman list.
Lame niggas, I gotta put it in layman's terms. I'm finna murder you niggas. You better spread the word.
JID stole the show, out-rapping everyone in XXL ciphers and putting one of the best, if not the best, in XXL history.
King Kong rumble, young man rumble in the jungle, trees tumble, bees bumble, weed crumble. Yeah.
He gained the respect of a lot of hip-hop fans, whether it be the diehards or the casual, but mostly the ones that didn't know who he was going into it. He really did utilize XXL in the way that it was supposed to be used, as he came in, showcased his skill, and got a lot of attention because of it. And because of how good his freestyle was, there was a lot of hype for JID's next album. And thankfully we wouldn't have to wait a lot, as DiCaprio 2 would release in late 2018, living up to the expectations that were set upon it.
But I gotta kill it like a fucking villain, dream, villain, spill, villain, ride to the
The album was received well by most people, and understandably so as well, because it was definitely one of the albums of the year. J. Cole was nice enough to hop on the album, and Off These is one of my favorite songs of the 2010s.
So I can't complain. Me and Ben Frank got a damn good thing going on, way more than a random flame.
I did not know that the phrase "get off my dick" could be said so fast. It honestly is surprising that J. Cole was able to keep the same energy and stay as fast-paced as JID was.
Because levels of greatness like that and levels of intellect and influence, bro, it makes you want to elevate your craft to heights that you didn't even imagine before, bro. It's almost like fight or flight. Like, bro, you don't think I'm finna put my ultimate super magic pen to the pad if I'm working with Jermaine Cole? And not even that. Of course, that's a plus. But it's like, whenever and whatever you do, you must put your best foot forward. And JID lives by that.
Another song that was notable for me was a song like 151 Rum.
Run, nigga, run, jump, nigga, jump, come here, they come, run.
It was one of the best songs that year, as it had impeccable lyrics and untouchable flows from beginning to end, as well as a hard-hitting beat. It was definitely one of the better performances in rap that year, at least in my opinion.
That's the hardest shit I ever heard.
My niggas getting straight off the boat.
That's the hardest thing I ever heard.
Also, in terms of favorites, Off the Swankies gotta be the one.
But I know what I know, Mr. Know-It-All.
I'm a sucker for a looping piano, but I also get extremely hyped when JID starts talking about Ronald Reagan, because, you know, fuck Ronald Reagan. I love hating on Reagan.
Ronald Reagan, I can't think I'm enough. Nah, I'm playing nigga racist, fuck.
Shout out to Huey Freeman for also hating Ronald Reagan. After DiCaprio 2, JID would basically step away from his solo career for a little bit. He would help out the Dreamville cast with their album, as well as Earth Gang in some of their albums as well. And these projects are worth checking out, especially because JID puts out pretty great performances in them.
What's up with you, fam?
I'm more than anybody who thought it was Betty by JID. I'm like a Jedi.
However, I'd be lying if I didn't say that the JID name
Okay, let me know which one was better, though. Which one was better? That one or the new one? So, let's see, look. Show y'all right now. Let me see. Dreamville. Oh man, the Revenge or D-Day. Oh, sheesh. You can't compare. You cannot compare greatness. You just can't. You can't. I don't even know why I asked that.
Kind of lost a little bit of the steam that it had back in 2018. However, heading into 2022, it would all change. It would start at the end of 2021 when he paired up with Imagine Dragons of all people. Maybe it's because I don't listen to him, but I did not expect Imagine Dragons to be like the people that would collaborate with JID.
Okay, I'm hoping that somebody pray for me. I'm praying that somebody...
Not the biggest fan of Imagine Dragons, though, to be honest with you. Thankfully for JID, this was his most successful hit song, commercially reaching number 5 in Billboard's Top 100.
I get what you're saying, bro, but that's like if Rod Wave came out with a mixtape versus an album. Like, you know, I guess you can't compare that, but bro, when this type of heat and this type of penmanship to the pad is put on a song to bless our ears, nigga. Fuck a mixtape, a couple singles, 3 tracks on a goddamn thing, nigga. Shit, hell yeah.
And honestly, this was just the beginning for
Hell
what has
yeah.
been an amazing run for JID in 2022.
Tell me what the fuck do people know about the bros?
In 2022, he has
hit
put
it in
out
the
a lot
pad.
of songs that are contenders for Song of the Year. His feature on Stick was awesome.
We got allergies, we got alibis, we got calibers, categories.
By the way, shout out to Check West. I don't know what happened to that guy, but I was happy to see him here. And on top of all of this great music, JID would release the
Sheg West just made sense in the song. That's it. That's it. So, you know, that's it.
Forever Story.
Every day is the move, everywhere you are.
Undoubtedly one of the best albums this year, and probably JID's best album so far. You can really hear the growth in JID just as an artist and as a person, and in my opinion that is really special.
What the hell is
He
Griselda?
didn't rest on his laurels, and it really does feel like he went out there and tried experimenting, seeing what works and what doesn't.
Everybody wanna come and hang with the stars. Pinky ring chain, bling bling in the cars. 100 miles an hour.
There's a lot of songs that I can recommend from the album, and honestly, if I were you, I
All
would
of
listen
them.
to the whole thing in one sitting. This
Yeah.
album is one of the few albums that are purely rap and still an experience. It's something that we don't see anymore in the modern day. Every track being a great exhibition of flows, lyrics, and just good energy. My favorites are personally Crack Sandwich.
She could be the collapse of a kingdom, but kings gotta peep.
The beat is pretty cool. It reminds me of like 90s hip hop, to be honest with you.
Pull out the punk, can't pump me, ho. Pull out the punk, can't pump me.
Can't Punk Me has some of the best energy I've ever heard on any hip hop track. Earth Gang.
But that's what they do. And I've been to an Earth Gang and JID concert live. So I seen it. Shirts off. The shirt is getting ripped and coming off 30 seconds into the first song, nigga. Water is getting splashed. Block the pumpkin, pump me. Well, I haven't seen that in person, but you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, it's just unmatched, man. It's just unmatched. Like, you gotta give these people their flowers while they're here, bro.
And kills it as well, so shout out to them for real. Also, I love Dance Now.
Come on, man.
I've seen the song be mashed up in TikTok with Michael Jackson, and it works pretty well.
I'm not a two-stepping man. I said I do not dance.
But honestly, the best track on the album isn't even on the album. Due to some like sample
What you finna say? What you finna say?
clearances, 2007 wasn't able to.
I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I knew he was finna say that. 2007. 2007 is 2007 is one of those only because it's like ultra real. And it's ultra real because he's ingraining another GOAT into the equation. And then another GOAT is co-signing what he's saying. But the best on the album, it's on deluxe. I don't care. But to say that's the best, G?
to be on the album, but make no mistake about it, this one is a classic.
When my growth spurt hit, I'ma be captain, and I was around 2010, no cap.
I know it only came out like a month ago, but it really does feel like a top 3 JID song, if not the best JID song I've ever heard.
March 10th, 2017, the Never Story dropped, and I'm coming off a tour with...
Overall, despite his age, I think JID is actually one of the stars of hip-hop heading into this next generation. I'm excited to see how he further expands his rapping skills, but I know that this isn't the peak, mainly because
he gonna pull a Cole. He gonna start collabing with more people. But he's gonna start collabing with people that like doesn't make sense to the point where it makes sense. Does that make sense? That's what he's gonna do.
Forever Story really does feel like he's laying out the blueprint for something bigger.
And that's
That's
genius.
the difference between the
Leave
niggas
no
that never
stone
get what they
unturned.
want
It's genius.
and the niggas whose names ring out
Yep.
forever.
Forever, nigga. Forever.
With that being said, though, shout out to JID, shout out to J Dilla, and I'm gonna let the outro run. So yeah.
Loved it. Thank you. This was amazing.